So I haven't done a video for a while, for reasons I won't go into. But one of my most popular videos has been about the TK Star, the bike tracker. And I suppose the problem with the TK Star bike tracker is it only comes effective once your bike's been stolen. Now I have a fairly decent system for keeping my bike safe. I won't go into it too much. Oh, I've just seen my cats come in with a mouse. The wife will deal with it. I have a dog, a nice big dog that barks. That's a good thing. The bike, you can't see my bike, it's locked away. Yeah, I have other stuff. But there's always been a kind of thing that I wanted to do is put some kind of, alarm on my garage. And I suppose the standard I've got in my office, I've got a canary, and I don't mean a yellow bird. It's a camera where you can have a look at the office. The important thing about it is, probably the best feature is that because I've got the app on my phone, if my phone is not in my office, then the canary assumes that I'm not in my office, so it turns itself on. As soon as my phone enters the office, it turns itself off. So if my phone isn't in the office and it sees somebody, it sends me a notification because it assumes it's not me. So if I come into the office to get something and my phone's in the house, I'll get an email, I'll get a notification saying I think there's somebody in the office, and it'll send me a picture. And I wouldn't say is that the Holy Grail? I think that's the standard you should be at. And I have a solution for my garage, and it's this. And this cost me £15 from Amazon, and it's part of making my house a bit smarter. Now I've already had this one out and I've set it up, and oh god, I hate these boxes. I set it up already, so it might go off in a second. But what it basically is a sender unit, and there's either a magnet or a piece of metal in there that makes a contact between the two, and you put an app on your phone. It's from Smart Life. I've actually got a couple of their cameras on the garage, so I already had the app. So to all intents and purposes, on the little device here, you'll see on the inside there's two little. You can just about make out the triangles, and when those are apart, you'll see a little light will light up inside there, and then it sends a notification to the app that the thing has happened, that one thing has moved away from the other thing, and you get a notification, and that's okay. It's not brilliant because what if it's you, or what if you're the reason it went off. So we need to make that process a bit smarter, and there are a couple of things you can do to make the process of opening. In this case, I'm going to say opening the garage door. So when my garage door opens, it sends a notification to the phone, and then we're cooking on gas, as it were. That's the notification that I've opened my garage door. And I suppose that's all right, but we need to go a bit further than that because, because this is the 21st century. I'll show you a quick. Right, so out of the box, you've got all the info about getting the app, the Smart Life app. So when you get the Smart Life app, the very basic, simple operation. You add the device to your home network, and that's how it operates. When the action happens. So if I go into the garage door, when the thing happens, when it opens, you'll see the little blue light flash, and that's it kind of communicating with whatever. So and that's now telling me that the garage door is opened, and it does a little notification there. And if I bring it back together, that'll close the garage door. And that annoying alarm goes off for a bit, then it turns the alarm off, and that's basically the don't know how long that lasts for. Yeah, that's quite annoying. That would get quite annoying. And you can turn both of those off, so you don't have the note. You can have a notice when it opens, but not when it closes. And that's, I suppose, that's not going far enough. Right, so to go on a stage further, what we're going to try and do now is make the process of opening the garage, I suppose, a bit smarter. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hook this up to my, I can't say her name, but she's from Amazon. If I say her name, won't understand what I'm talking about. So I've got the Amazon Her Name app on my phone, and I've set up some routines, or I've set up a routine for when the garage door opens. So I've told Amazon, the woman, about this. She's connected to this system, so she now gets the updates as well, and then does something about it. Now, in essence, what we would do, I'll show you what I'm going to do. When I open the garage, she's going to tell me the garage is open. So in a second or two...
The garage door is open. Release the hounds.
Now, I've set that to go off whenever, but you can set that to go off between certain hours. So between 11 o'clock at night and 4 in the morning, for example, if the garage door opens, Alexa will... Oh, she's going to say something now. She'll chirp in with that. So that's going slightly more technical, but it's not getting to the canary thing. And for the canary thing, we'll use something else. So the final thing I'm going to go is just go, I suppose, slightly more intelligent with the whole process. And I'm use an app called If This Then This, or an application called If This Then This. Now I've used this for other things, but the key to what this has is when you turned it off. The key to the If This Then This is, and you can kind of get it to do something based on something else. So to give you an idea, so that they're called applets, and the most important part about the If This Then This one is you're basically saying, if X happens, do Y. So if this, and the important bit about this one is this is the ability to test the location of my phone. Now there are a multitude of different things that I can choose to connect to get it to query, but here's the location one. So location allows apps and blah blah de blah blah. If you do something within a certain area, then it'll do something else. So here's one here, you exit an area. So if I click on exit an area, it should know where I am anyway. Or I might have to put in my location. So to all intents purposes, what I'd be doing with this, let me put my postcode off. Well, I'm not really that bothered about people knowing my postcode. Right, so I've got an area here, and I can zoom right in on the area and get it as big or as small as I want it to be. Trying to find my house under the... where about there. So if I get it nice and zoomed in to my area, so I've got the map basically on over my house. So if I leave that area, because my location is reporting to if this then this, so that's the area I've set. So if I leave that area, I create a trigger. So that's the trigger created. So if I leave that area, do something else. And that could be, if I go to Smart Life, I find the Smart Life app. Here we go, there's Smart Life. If I go to Smart Life, I can select an action. Turn on, turn off, activate a scene, do X, Y, and Z. I could add Amazon to it, so I could create that garage thing where it gives me a notification and use this to say, if I leave the location, turn on that routine. Yeah? And that is kind of I suppose it's not the Holy Grail, but what it means is that if I leave the location and my garage door opens, that's the crux of it. If I'm not here, no one should be going in my garage. So if I'm not here, my garage door opens, then I need to know about that. And that's a way of doing it. So if my phone leaves that location, it will turn this on. And then if somebody opens that door, whatever I've got it to do, send me a notification or do whatever, will run. I'll get the notification. And what it won't do, I suppose more importantly, is it won't go off all the time when I'm going in and out of the garage. And if I've got my phone on me, if I get back with my phone on me and go into the garage, I don't want it going off, because that means it builds up kind of like a, if it happens, if you get loads of false notifications, you tend to start ignoring them. So I think the more I can get it so that it's going off when there's a problem, then we won't ignore it. So yeah, a very simple, very cheap solution to guarding your garage, your door, and I suppose it could be your door anywhere. And I suppose it could be as well if you can work out a way of attaching it to the cover on your bike or something, so that they are close, and then for somebody to look at your bike or to do anything on your bike, if they move it apart, then you'll get a notification. But I suppose it's designed for a door, and the fact it's only 15 quid, it's worth a punt just for a tiny bit more of a sense of security. Anyway, like I say, I'm more than happy if you've got something you're trying to do to think about it with you. So if you want to do something different or a bit weird, then leave something in the comment and I'll see if I can assist.